Country Hardball. There's a town called Dyersville in eastern Iowa where they build farm toys and play baseball. Pick up most any toy tractor and look for who it's made by. If the maker is the Ertl Company, Scale Models, or Spec Cast, then it came from Dyersville. Walk in a straight line out from the center of Dyersville in any direction, and you'll soon be in a cornfield. Keep on walking, and there's a chance, if you luck onto the right bearing, that you'll come to a clearing and walk out onto a baseball field. If it's baseball season, and it's the last Sunday of the month, there's likely to be a ball game in progress between two teams dressed in turn-of-the-century Chicago White Sox uniforms. Looking at the crowd of spectators gathered on wooden bleachers and hearing the solid ka-thunk of a bat making contact, you might think you've stepped back into a simpler, happier time. The ball field straddling the properties of two farmers outside Dyersville was built a few years back as a setting for the movie Field of Dreams. In that movie, an Iowa farmer is compelled, by a voice he hears, to build a ball field for ghostly ball players. When the movie folks moved on, the ball field remained behind. Now the local folks gather on that field regularly to shag flies and round the bases. Just as the toy tractors Dyersville residents make are often replicas of yesterday's machinery, so the baseball they play is a recreation of the country hardball, once common across America. Abner Doubleday didn't invent baseball. It began with groups of farmhands and sharecroppers playing bat ball games wherever they could and find a clearing. It began with country lads tossing peach pits in the air and swinging at them with willow branches. It began with rock throwing contests. It's no accident that the baseball season begins at the same time as spring planting and concludes during autumn harvests. The 9 innings of a game could represent the 9 months from the first days of spring to the onset of winter, and the 4 bases of the diamond are like the 4 points of a compass, north, south, east, and west. Baseball is played on a field instead of a court, and it follows the natural course of innings rather than mechanical movements of a clock. Its runs are counted like wheat in a granary, and batted averages parallel the comparisons of yields and profits. But win or lose, and whatever the final score, the game can begin anew with the promise of spring. The cycle of baseball repeats itself like seasons over and over again, endlessly. The public image of baseball may be broadcast by satellites and from shining new ballparks in cities where they sign athletes to million-dollar contracts for afternoon play. But the soul of baseball still lives in places like Dyersville, where the game is played for the same reason they make toy tractors, just for fun.